This week on Kentucky Afield.
There we go.
What do you got?
Winter bass fishing means big fish and great scenery. We're on Barren River Lake in search of both.
I'm just gonna have to let him run for a minute.
Next, we've got the dogs chasing bushy tails in hopes of getting a kiddo as first squirrel. Then, we tag along with fish and wildlife biologist and attempt to capture a whitetail fawn. It's all next on Kentucky Afield.
Yeah, we got one. Sweet.
Yeah, muskrat?
Yeah.
Good job.
What do you know about that, man? That's a good fish, man.
Nice male smallmouth. Healthy, pretty color.
Cody, here. Find us one more good pheasant, Cody.
As biologists, we catch ducks and we place bands on them.
And it's just a really excellent place to see cottonmouths.
I like it.
What do you think?
That was pretty fun.
Hello and welcome to Kentucky Afield. I'm your host, Chad Miles. Join us as we journey the Commonwealth in search of outdoor adventure. Many Kentuckians start winterizing their boat this time of year, but many fishermen know the fishing is just heating up. You warm up really fast when that sun comes over the bluff here.
I tell you what, another thing I love about fall fishing is the view.
Oh yeah.
You got the changing leaves, wildlife is really active, and hopefully we'll get to see some wildlife today.
When I really don't have a pattern and fishing a little bit blind, I like to try to fish them as fast as they'll bite. So I'm gonna start off with a faster approach and throw a crankbait. And you know what, if the fish don't want to feed that fast, I'll back it down and go to something a little slower.
That's exactly right. You're throwing a crankbait that runs just a little more shallow than this one I'm gonna throw. Yours is chartreuse color, I'm gonna throw a crawdad color, and between the two of us, let's see what we can get going.
Yeah, normally I stay in the shad pattern, but we got a little bit of color to the water, so we're gonna start with this, but I have a black and silver and shad color ready to go.
Clarity's pretty good. For drawdown Barren, I mean, I fished it when it's almost muddy.
Look at this. Little white bass.
White bass.
That thing hit right at the boat.
Bonus.
These little jokers can get aggressive.
Sometimes I think their eyes are a little bit bigger than their stomach.
I guess that's the way to get started. Hopefully this ain't how we end. Right there's a pretty good sized hardwood to be growing right out of that rock like that.
It's amazing what nature finds a way to do sometimes.
There we go.
What do you got?
Ooh, it's a Kentucky.
Nice Kentucky.
There you go. We'll take it.
I love to catch Kentuckys. They are aggressive and they fight, to me, I think just as hard as a smallmouth.
They fight really good, and I'll tell you what, they're really good to eat. This one here may be what we call dinner. Hey Jeff, there's a blue heron sitting up there, you see that?
You know, we talked about some of the wildlife that we're going to see today. Great blue herons are definitely no stranger to the fishermen. Anybody that's fished before, it really doesn't matter if you're fishing a lake like we're on or even a farm pond or a creek, you've probably seen a great blue heron. Similar in appearance, where we are in the state is a really good area to see sandhill cranes.
Barren offers some opportunities for watchable wildlife to come down and see sandhill
Yeah,
cranes.
Kentucky State Parks puts on a series of watchable wildlife events, and Barren River Lake State Resort Park does put on Sandhill Crane Watch Weekend in January. So if anybody's interested, I recommend you look into that. It's a really neat experience.
Your job with the Department of Fish and Wildlife is an educator at the Salado Wildlife Education Center. And you also are the coordinator for watchable wildlife with the Department of Fish and Wildlife.
Yep, that's correct. I really enjoy getting people outside and in nature and sharing my love for the outdoors with people. That's something I got to do with state parks, and it's definitely something that I get to do working for the Department of Fish and Wildlife at the Salado Center. So this time of year, wood targets are always a good choice. We're trying to target largemouth. As the water's falling like it is here, luckily you've got old logs and stumps pretty much all the way down, so no matter what depth range the fish are hanging in, as the water falls during winter drawdown, you're always going to have structure that you can use.
You know, a lot of times people will see a laydown like that and they get so concerned with getting hung up in it that they'll cast out a little bit. And I'll tell you what, there's almost not a better way to entice a strike with a crankbait than to just drive that bill right into it.
You're right. Anytime you can cause a deflection and make that lure look really erratic.
You know, these baits, they got rattles in them, and it just, you get that sound and that deflection, and a lot of times that's exactly what will trigger the strike. We're gonna go change locations. We came to the end of our bluff wall. It's time to turn around and go somewhere else.
Find a new bluff wall. Got a good one here. I'm not sure what it is, but it's largemouth. We already got 3 species. How about that?
Sure do. Got us a white bass, a spot, and a largemouth.
There we go.
That's a nice fish there.
Thank you, sir. Now we're getting a little better.
That fish go 3.5 pounds.
I'd say this is, yeah, probably 3.5 pounds. And pretty typical for Barren River Lake. That fish right there. We'll let this guy go. Knew I had something on there. We'll make it into a little flurry up in here. Little. We need to do a little better than that, but you know what? I'll take it.
Jeff, you know, down here fishing in November, when the water's drawn down, you know how much you can go around and mark structure? You can go find stump piles and rocks and things that you can't normally see. And you can come down when the water's down like this, and you can mark all those piles on your GPS and come back at normal summer pool.
That's exactly right. Sonar has come a long way from what it used to be, but it can't beat. Hang on a minute here.
There you go. That looks like a good fish.
He's bow hooked while he's dogging me so much.
Let me get a net though, because that's a good fish.
I'm just gonna have to let him run for a minute.
He is foul hooked. All right, that's a good one there.
All right. That's a chunky fish. Appreciate that.
No problem.
Another nice 3.5, 3 3/4 pound largemouth.
Yeah, good fish.
Right in the middle of our conversation about why we enjoy fishing drawdown in November. I think it's a better fish here.
Oh, that's a pretty good fish.
It's a pretty good one. Oh yeah, I believe this is the biggest one of the day. Now look at the blotches on that guy.
Spotted up.
Just to let everybody know, this really isn't any kind of imperfection. This doesn't mean that this fish has any kind of disease. This is
It's like a birthmark.
like a birthmark or something similar that we might have. We're gonna let this guy go and look for another one just like him, maybe bigger.
Many hunters begin hunting by chasing squirrels, but when you add dogs to the excitement, it takes it to a whole new level. So today we're in Anderson County. We got a bunch of guys here from Johnson County, Kentucky, and we're doing something a little different. We are squirrel hunting using dogs. Here you go. So once we get started here, tell me a little bit about the pace in which we're going to hunt.
What the dogs will do, they'll hunt out in front of us a little ways, and you'll see the dogs stop and listen and watch the timber, and then you'll either see them a lot of times break over the hill if they hear a squirrel, or they'll they'll make their way back to us, check back in, or hunt on.
Where's that girl?
Saying, come on, guys.
Yep.
I'll show you the tree and we still can't find it.
Oh, right here's where it's at. About 1,000.
Oh, there's a hole there?
Yeah. This big old hole here. Yep. Down in there. I know, girl. All right, let's move.
Caden, were you getting excited when you had that dog barking at the bottom of that tree, thinking this is my chance? I remember the very first squirrel I killed. I was probably about your age.
You reckon that was a long time ago, Caden?
I can tell you a long time ago. There we go. Got our second tree. There he is.
You see
Hey,
him?
come here.
Come here, Caden. Where you see him at, Chad?
All right. He was right here. He just spun around the side of the tree. See that knot's coming out right
Yeah.
there? It's about a foot above it. Come on. He just spun around the tree.
You're fine. Hold it dead on it, okay? Take a tight beat. Finger off the trigger till I tell you. Take your time, take a tight beat, and go right ahead.
Get him? No.
I got one. I got one. Open it up. For now.
Here.
He's moving. He's moving. Hurry. He's moving. He's moving.
Hurry, you
Out
see?
the tree.
Take your
Yes.
time. You gotta take a tight
Hurry.
beat.
I will.
You want?
Yeah, go ahead, Tanner.
Go ahead, Tanner. Get on. Yeah, see. Take him. You get a chance. There we go.
Good girl, Nikki. Good girl. Good job, Caden. Good job, Tanner.
I really wish Caden could have got that, but I mean, it just kept moving around. He couldn't get the shot on it.
He's hammered.
Yeah, she's ready.
He got this one nailed.
Come here. Right here. I see him. He's getting into this tree right here.
Up there in one of the last forks, like on the middle. There you go. There you go. Good job. Here you go. Here.
Well, there he is right there.
All right. Good shooting.
That joker's way up in that tree. We didn't think we was gonna find it. We finally did. It was laid on the top side of that limb.
Ain't it amazing how good they can hide from a dog?
Come on, buddy.
All right, here we go. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Heel it. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
So when this squirrel hit the ground, there was a little bit of tussle. We couldn't figure out who was catching who.
Yeah, he came out alive, and when she went to pick him up there, he grabbed her right by the chin and, you know, really laid a good one on her, opened up her chin there a little bit. You know, it's good for a young dog. It really is. It makes them gamey, makes them hate the squirrel, you know.
Yeah.
Makes
Oh,
them
yeah.
really want to kill those squirrels. So
He's not got too shy about it.
no,
She's
No,
ready.
she's fine.
She's ready to get right back on that
yeah,
squirrel.
yep, she's ready to go.
We got another pretty good spot right up here.
Sounds good. We got 3 down. Get some more.
3 down.
Yep. Come up, Nick. She's hammering that squirrel.
Yeah, I know. She's pretty confident on this one.
Yeah, she's got it. Where's Caden? There ain't no way he can kill it. It's way high now.
All right, here we go, guys.
Okay.
Here it comes. That's number 4. Working on a squirrel meal here. Little tender one.
Yep. Good shooting, guys.
Nice job.
Everybody, nice
Good
job.
eye, Brad, because the one that I thought was a squirrel wasn't a squirrel.
Well, I'll tell you, hunting with squirrel dogs is a lot different. We got a lot of exercise today.
Oh, yeah.
We treated plenty of squirrels. It was a lot of fun, but it is a lot different than what a person would think as far as normal squirrel hunting.
Sure.
It's a much more interactive, engaging experience, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's work, but fun. Yeah.
Hey, I know you didn't get a squirrel today, but you gotta make me a promise. When you get your first squirrel, you're gonna send a photo in for the ones that didn't get away.
Sure.
You gonna do that?
Yep.
All right. And make sure you get a picture of that shotgun, that passed down shotgun. I bet your daddy got his first squirrel with that gun too.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
All right. Hey, had fun. Thank you guys for bringing the dogs. It was a great time.
Very much.
Hey, it's a long drive for you guys to go squirrel hunting, but I hope it was worth it. I definitely enjoyed it. I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. We'll do it again sometime.
Yes, sir.
All right. Although Caden did not get his first squirrel on our trip, he did get a squirrel shortly thereafter. Nice job, Caden. Now let's check in and see who's catching what and where in this week's fishing report.
This is Marcy Anderson with the fishing report for Southeast Kentucky. On Lake Cumberland, the crappie fishing has been good in the creeks. Anglers have been having success fishing near cover and standing timber using minnows and small jigs. The striped bass have been moving back into the creeks. Jumps are being reported, but they have been sporadic. Try fishing the jumps using surface baits. Trout stocking is underway at Area Finns Lakes. Check out Logan Hubble Park near Stanford and Brickyard Ponds in Barberville. Trout have also recently been stocked in Rock Creek in McCrory County. On the Cumberland tailwater, lower flows have created good opportunities for bank and wading anglers. Creel Creeks are seeing increased numbers of rainbow trout in the slot. Good numbers of 10-inch brook trout are also being reported. Anglers having success using small spoons and spinners. So good luck and good fishing.
Hi, this is Kevin Fry with your Eastern Area Fisheries Report. Be sure to check the department website for locations of November trout stockings, as that will finish up those for 2017. Crappie anglers having good catches of keeper fish in shallow water. Dewey, Fish Trap, and Yatesville Lakes having fish caught 1 to 4 foot depth over mud flats and shoreline areas. Also, white bass and hybrid striped bass after schools of shad in Main Lake and into coves from Grapevine to Dam at Fish Trap Lake. White plastic jerk baits and shad-colored crankbaits being used. Catfish anglers reporting good action with cut baits suspended or on bottom in shallow areas. Also, stream fishing reports continue good for smallmouth bass in the larger area streams, such as Tug, Eliza, Russell Fork, and some muskie from north and middle forks of the Kentucky River.
This is Justin with your fishing report from the Northeast. As weather begins to cool down, there are a few places to check out. Trout stockings are in full swing. Grayson and Cave Run tailwaters have been stocked. Greenbow Lake and most of our Finns lakes in the area have been stocked as well. One new lake is Eagle Lake on the campus of Morehead State. This would be a great opportunity for college students to not have to travel far and have a great place to fish. Joe flies and rooster tails are hard to beat. We have good reports on reds and pinks working really well right now. Another great option is fishing Cave Run for crappie. Focus on the upper portion of the lake. New department placed piles up in the river are a great place to start. Try deeper piles next to the channel. Up on the Ohio, things are starting to heat up for sauger and walleye. That should do it for us in the Northeast. Good luck and take a kid fishing next time.
Have you ever been sitting in your tree stand and wondered, what does the Department of Fish and Wildlife do to manage deer? Well, let's take a look at one example. You're looking for where the device was dropped, correct? And it does not stay attached to the fawns, it remains in the birth site, correct?
Yep.
And what do you call the device?
Vaginal implant transmitter.
VIT, vaginal implant transmitter, okay. That's really interesting. So that piece was inserted how long ago?
About 4.5 months ago.
At any point in time when a fawn comes out, this piece automatically comes out with it?
Yeah, it will be pushed out. This is a pretty typical birth site in a field. What they'll do, they kind of mash this area out, and actually after she gives birth, she'll eat all of the afterbirth that's in the area.
Well, that's really interesting. Like I said, it's not exactly what I was expecting for a place that one or maybe even two fawns were just born here within a couple hours ago. So we'll take this with us then?
Yes, we will take this with us. We'll take a GPS point and we'll start looking for these fawns. Now, usually when they've been born, I guess just recently, they won't be more than 30 meters typically from the birth site, especially in something that's kind of thick like this, because they're kind of wobbly and hard for them to move around.
So we need to kind of spread out a little bit and be very cautious and just look. I mean, they can really hide well.
Oh yeah. So we'll kind of spread out. The last time that Casey listened to the female, she was in this direction. Generally, it's nice to start searching in the direction of the mother. So I think we'll start walking this way and spread out, and hopefully we'll find them. Right here.
You got one right here?
Yep, here's one right here. So see how it's just laying still, it's not moving. I mean, you could walk right past this and never even know it was there. We're gonna capture this fawn. You and I will take it away from this area so we try not to influence, exactly where it's hiding as much as we can, while these other guys are searching for the other fawn. You see these newborns, even when you're touching them, most of the time they don't even move. That's how ingrained those behaviors are in their body. Make sure you guys get a GPS point of this. So we'll take it over here, kind of away from everything else. One of y'all mark that spot.
Let me ask you, so are those gloves to try to keep your scent off the fawn? Is that the whole idea?
Yeah, the whole idea of this is we're trying to be as scent-free as possible, or leave as little scent as possible. Nice.
Well, look at there.
We found a second one. Once you guys start, we'll put the bag in the middle, and you guys start working that one up over there. The first thing I always like to do is go ahead and put a collar on it. And this is that expandable neonate collar that we showed you. It's got all this stitching in the rubber bands, so as this animal grows, this collar grows with it until about 9 months, and then it'll drop off. So the animal won't be choked or anything the whole time.
So what do you hope to see now through this data?
We'll continue to monitor this animal and all the other ones that we've caught this summer 3 times a day until they reach about 8 weeks old, at which time they're weaned and are kind of capable of living on their own. The ear tag is 196.
Yep.
All right, we'll sex it. And it looks like we've got a female.
So a little female.
Outright female, yep. And then we'll continue to monitor them until their collars fall off or through the start of the hunting season. What we get from this is kind of an estimate of first how many are living to different time periods, and then we get an estimate of recruitment, so how many animals are being added to the population each year. And we'll also have an understanding of how many animals are dying and at the rates they're dying and from what cause. So how many die from coyotes or hay cutters. 28 1/4. Now just pick her up and just kind of keep her held away from your body, and we're gonna set her into this bag.
Look at those long legs, built to run.
All
jump,
legs. And you just hook her up and tell me how much she weighs.
The end game is hopefully we can make more opportunities for the animals and more opportunities for Kentucky sportsmen by making sure that they have the best chance for survival.
Yep, that's the whole aspect, or the whole idea behind this project, is we want to know what's going on down here so we can better manage these populations for the benefit of the sportsmen and women of Kentucky.
7.91 pounds. Well, I really appreciate you letting me go out and experience this with you today. It's the first time I've ever had a fawn in my hands. I've seen a bunch of them before. And that reminds me, we want everyone to know, please do not pick up the fawns, and don't worry about those fawns that you see. They're not abandoned. Mother's just keeping her safe distance.
Correct. Yep.
Is it right here?
I believe that's it.
Right here?
Yep. Just lay him down, or lay her down, and pull her blindfold off. We'll keep checking on her for the next few months and see what happens.
Good luck, little girl. I hope you grow up to be a big mama someday. Now let's see who else is out there having fun as we check out this week's ones that didn't get away. Here we have Angel Hatton with a really nice 9-point buck. This is actually her first deer, and it was taken in Harrison County. Nice job. Here's Sydney Anderson with a 14-inch crappie caught in a farm pond in Harrison County. Nice fish. 8-year-old Weston Childers took this nice trophy buck, an 11-pointer from Nelson County during the October youth hunt. Nice job. Here we have Landon Childers who took this nice 9-point buck on Fort Knox during the youth hunt. Nice job. Here we have Sam Thackeray, a photo of his nice Kentucky bass, his first bass ever that he caught in Barren River. Here we have Tucker Embry holding his very first bass ever. He caught it while fishing with his pole. Nice job. One of my favorite seasons, rabbit season, is now open statewide. And remember, hunting and fishing on private property is a privilege. Always ask permission and thank the landowner. Till next week, I'm your host, Chad Miles, and I hope to see you in the woods or on the water.